in the chat. Let's go. Keep that energy up. Let's get it. Y'all know how we do it every night. Let's go. Let's go.
Y'all already know.
Go.
Hey, slow feet don't eat. Let's get everybody on this call. If you got some upline, you got some downline, if you got a sideline, you feel me? If you got somebody that you trying to be successful with, go ahead and reach out to them right now and say, hey, now, you trying to be successful, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and hop on the call.
You're so silly. Let's go.
Let's get it.
What's up, family? How y'all feeling tonight? How y'all feeling?
Hey, man. I'm better than amazing. I don't know about you, but I am better than amazing. I'm feeling good.
Already know.
I caught a couple pips today. You know what I'm saying? I done got my 30 pips plus. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be a Spartan out here in these markets. You know what I'm saying? We finna hit this 1.6 million in this thing. You know what I'm saying? They had to raise the bar. You know what I'm saying? They raised the bar. They went from 1.2. They said, nah, we're gonna 1.6. So that's what we are. We finna hit this 1.6. Welcome, family. What's going on? What's going on? Got a whole lot of value to drop today. You already know how we do. Jesus Christ.
Hey, what's going on, man? It is your boy Fame Hustle. You can follow me on the gram at PHAMEAHUSTLA. I do got my co-host with me. They've been holding it down something serious, man. I really am excited about today's call. You know, I had the pleasure of meeting Miss Tia Bolden. And she, you know, she's better than amazing, man. Great vibe, great energy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we about to get this popping, man. You know what I'm saying? We about to get this popping. So definitely blast your chest, man. Let them know we on. Let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. Don't want to waste nobody's time.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Hey, everybody, it's your boy Rob. Follow me on the gram at Rob the Banks. What it do?
What's up, family? It's your girl, Tosha Lazy. You can follow me on the gram at Hustle and Glow, 2 underscores in the front, 1 in the back. But you know it's not about us tonight. You already know it is not about us.
No, sir.
We have Chairwoman 10, the Tia Bolden, in the building, ready to drop gems on us, okay?
Drop some fire in the chat. Right now, drop some fire, drop a whole lot of love in the chat, drop a whole lot of love. She's taking her precious time to be on this call with us, to give us this game, to tell us about her story, right? Man, like Mr. PIP'N said, right, we had a chance to talk to this individual, to meet this individual a couple months ago out in Vegas, and the vibes was crazy. Listen, the way that you know, she commands a room, you know what I'm saying? And just puts her voice out there. Say, man, she could be the next president, high key.
Absolutely. Right? She got my vote.
Real talk.
Vote Tia Bolden.
Let's go.
Let's get it, man.
Hey, Sis, are you on the line with us?
Miss Tia Bolden, can you hear us?
You on the line with us, sis?
Morning, family. Can you all hear me? Are we good?
Ma'am.
Okay, I was fixing my Wi-Fi. I'm so sorry. How we feeling, fam? I'm excited to be here.
Feeling great.
I'm thankful just to be here with you all, right? I feel honored just to be on PIP'N Ain't Easy. I've watched it a couple times. I've actually been in the presence of it being hosted a couple times. So being a guest on it really is a pleasure for me. How are y'all feeling?
Hey, man, we just
absolutely amazing.
We're just glad to have you on. I like that background. I'm gonna come visit you at that crib at some point.
That's my crib.
I like it. I like it. It's clean.
You know that's the crib.
For sure. All right.
I'm really thankful for the PIP'N Ain't Easy family. I really need the sweatsuit. Need the sweatsuit.
Oh, man. Off time. Let's go. We got you.
Need one of those for sure.
We got you. Easy work. That's said and done. We got some chilling ready.
Let's get straight to it, sis. We want to know where you're from and how you got started in this wonderful solution.
Perfect. So I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, East Side Atlanta, Zone 6. I actually live in St. Louis right now, but I'm originally from Atlanta. So when people see me in Atlanta a lot, it's because I'm originally from here. My parents and most of my family actually still live here. I got started in the business 2 years ago. Close it up on 3, April 18, 2018, to be exact. Got in the business by an old college friend. It was kind of a situation where I didn't really know what it was. I was in graduate school, but I saw him making money, and I said, if he can do it, I want to give myself a shot too. Dove in, just started out, took advantage of the platform, made the most of what it was. I'll be honest, I didn't really start out believing that I could retire. I didn't know that was a thing. I just thought that I was coming for more money, right? And then I saw other people around me, the Brandon Thompsons and individuals like that, leaving 6-figure jobs. And I think that seeing them do that increased my belief. And it was like, okay, maybe this is possible. Maybe I can do something more. If I give this 100%, where could I possibly end up? And I honestly am happy that I actually gave it that chance and got to see. I think the biggest mistake people make is giving it half, giving it 10, giving it 15, as if the next day is promised, right? The whole if factor. I hate when people say, oh yeah, I could be chairman if, I will be chairman if, I should be chairman if. I'm like, what's the if? Like, why not? Right? Why wake up another day with the rank that you could potentially be instead of giving all you've got to go get it? So I think I went past the question. I'm sorry.
No,
but
you're good.
Sorry.
Look, we want it all. You know what I'm saying? We here, like whatever. Look, we got. Hey, I hope everybody is taking notes. Right? Go ahead and just, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna dive deep into her story, but you definitely you might catch a couple gems tonight, man.
Always.
But okay. So for the people, I just want you to remind them. I don't know if everybody knows your story. I definitely do, but can you just tell them a little bit about your background? You know what I'm saying? You say you went to graduate school, all that good stuff. What was your major? What were you focusing on? And I heard you had a super job. You know what I'm saying? Like
something like so I completed my bachelor's at Savannah University, and I got a bachelor's of electrical engineering. Took me 4 years, played college softball, crossed the sorority, did the whole 9. It's so funny because I just spoke about this on Saturday, like at an event, so it's cool to reiterate it back. After undergrad, I went to graduate school. Honestly, I didn't really have a reason for going to graduate school. I just went because I thought it was what was next. I was like, everybody says, go get a master's, mastered it. So I was like, let me master it. So I went to graduate school. That's when I began with the business. And honestly, for me, it was just a stream of income. And it's so funny because I told myself the first time I ever saw the compensation plan, I said, if I can just hit Platinum 2000, that's good enough for me. I said, if I can just get my $500 a week, I'll be pretty straight, right? I wasn't paying any type of rent at the time. My graduate school fees were paid for. My lodging was paid for. So I really was just trading for an extra stream of income. That was all it was. And I don't know the day the light bulb came on, but after I graduated from undergrad, I got a full-time job as an engineer with NASA. And I completed grad school while working there, a 6-figure job, 23 years old, African-American female. It was like
this is why you go to school, people, to get this type of job, to live your rest of your life with this position. And
that's what they tell you.
Yes, that's what they tell you.
It was
my bad. I
almost
didn't mean to cut you off, DT. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You're fine. It was almost like I was checking society's checklist and doing it like very well. Like everybody was so proud. And I always tell people will always be proud of you when you're doing what everybody's doing. But you'll know when you're doing what's right because it won't be as acceptable to the masses. So started working my 6-figure job. It was great. Hidden Figures had just came out, so it was hot. It was hype. I even have, let me see, y'all mind if I share my screen? I didn't know how interactive it could be. Okay, let me show y'all. I just want to show y'all the scroll back because I had somebody tell me the other day. They was like, I looked on your Instagram. I would have never expected you to be a Forex trader. I said, you think that's all there is to me? I said, I found the problem already.
Jesus.
I found the issue, but let me show you all. I just want to make it personal. All right, so this is my Instagram. Let's go down, right? This is like Chairman Tia. Let's go back. Go take it back. Let's see. Got Chairman here. You got P5 Tia. Okay. So I actually hit P5 while working 9 to 5. And I left. Yeah, I left a week later. So here's the post where I hit P5 on April 16th, I want to say. And then I literally left my job. Oh man, it went back to the top. My fault. But I made a big post about quitting my job because I knew if somebody else leaving their job increased my belief in the business, what will me quitting my job do for belief of people outside of it? And it went crazy. So this is the day I quit. I put like a strong caption here. I'll show you all. This is really marketing training. I put a strong caption, started working on August 18, 2018. Today, 4 LLCs, 2 S Corps later, I'm officially an ex-engineer and full-time entrepreneur. I kind of miss being called a hidden figure, but to NASA, every other entity, they taught me all I needed to know. And then like this right here, a lot of us die at 21. Excuse me, hold on. And don't realize until age 50. Let me just. A lot of us die at age 21, don't realize it's age 50. That was really big. And I was telling people like it felt like Independence Day. Because when I left, I didn't feel like I was leaving anything behind. I didn't feel like I left anything on the table. I felt free. I woke up the next morning like, thank you. And I'm not downing 9-to-5s in any type of way. It just wasn't my path. If you have a job, I'm not knocking it at all. It just wasn't my journey. And it's funny because I remember days I used to wake up and like question God, like, God, why do I have to get up and do this every day? Why do I have to clock in? Why do I have to go somewhere when somebody tells me to? Why do I have to take lunch when I'm told? Why do I have to dress a certain way? Why do I have to sit in a cubicle every single day? Like I literally used to question God, and I knew it was wrong, but I was just like, I don't know, is there something else? And little did I realize that I had already started what I needed. I just had to give it 100% to take it where I wanted to. So literally the day like that light bulb came on, I was like, I really could be doing more. Like seeing people I started the business with, driving race, living the life they wanted to, taking trips. I'm like, what am I doing in this cubicle? I was like, why am I still here? So I said, maybe if I give, this I Am Mastery Academy thing 100%, maybe if I take it full-fledged, maybe if I dive in, I can get 50% of the way there. Dove in, literally took it to the next stage. It's a blessing, I truly can say. I haven't looked back once. I'm gonna show y'all the DM with Brandon the day I quit. Actually, it's right here. Y'all mind if I play it out loud?
Go for it.
So this is me and Brandon had been back and forth on Instagram. I was like, Brandon, I'm really thinking about it. I'm struggling. He literally told me, he said, I got a secret to you. If you hate it now, it's not gonna get no better tomorrow or the next day or the next day. He was like, I promise you're not gonna get no happier. And I was like, you're right. Like I was really nervous. This is a nerve-wracking thing. And he was like, I promise it's gonna be the best feeling. Just do it. And I was like, Brandon, I don't know. Like my rent is this. I was telling him my bills, and he was like, you're telling me your bills, not your capabilities. And I was like, okay. And I was like, and then he's crazy because he spelled it like capable, B-I-L-L, Latiz. And he was like, many of us tell us people about our bills, not our capabilities. So I don't know. We had conversations back and forth. And the day I quit, this is what he sent me on Instagram. Can y'all hear this?
Let's see. There we go.
Quit on
Hey,
So literally,
let's go.
Oh, we got it. So literally, I sent him a message, and he was like, "Yes!" Like he was so excited. I was like, "I'm so scared," but probably the best decision that I had made. It literally was just a leap of faith, and I don't know. You know how they say like, take the jump and get your wings on the way down. That's all it was. Literally, I didn't even know if a parachute was attached to me. I just jumped, and I don't know. You kind of grow up on the way down. So did I answer the question?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
You answered that question and 4 more.
That's
That's dope, man.
You know that's super facts. Like you said, people die at 21 and wake up at 50 and whatever. Hey, look, so me and Miss Tosha Laser, we're actually engineers as well, right? We graduated from Prairie View as mechanical engineers.
Okay.
Right? So look, we both had our share at the somebody said PV. Yes, sir. PV, look, hey, so
you don't ever recognize nothing in the chat except if it's Texas,
if it's
or
Houston, Prairie View.
Houston. Yeah.
Well, look, so we had our share with corporate, right? You know what I'm saying? And I had the same feelings. We had the same feelings. It was like, man, this feels good graduating, getting hired at our big boy jobs, but then we start to go there every day. And
whoa, this is what I was looking forward to.
Swear to God,
this is it?
I was like,
this what I said in class for?
This can't be it.
Nah,
I felt bamboozled. I was like,
it's almost like we got punked. A prank.
I'm like, we did all that hard work to come into this building, not even to use our creativity and what we learned, but to just do what they've already been doing.
Hey, that was a 6-figure prank. God dang, all of the student loans, bless say. Look, and so what's so crazy is I had a manager that came to check up on me. He was sitting right next to his office was right next door to mine. He came over to check up on me at one point in time, and he asked me a question about my child, and we were talking, and then he did a long pause, and he said, "Man, you know what?" He said, I started here when I was 35. He said, and I woke up 50. And I said, say now, I can't be here. I can't do this. No, like we finna take this Forex thing upside the head. So real talk, shout out to you for having that same vision.
Rob, you know what was a big thing that like also helped my decision? I would see the people at work who were like 40, 50, they were coming unhappy every day. I'm like, that's what I got to look forward to. I was like, wait. And
Nobody
then
was happy.
I was like, am I missing something? Is there like, I don't know. I don't know. It just wasn't my thing.
That was the realest ever, because it was like, okay, I'm coming here. I'm excited. I'm new in it. You've been here 20 plus years. You fed up. You tired. You're not even living the life you want to live. You're not in the position you want. What am I looking forward to at this point? I got to do more.
Can I live?
Please.
Right. Asking for vacation, saying like, hey, can I get this day to go home to my family? Like, asking for that just felt awkward. It was like, why do I have to ask you?
That's what got me in the beginning in life. I've always just been against that. And it's just like, what do you mean? Like, I'm grown. How dare you ask me to ask you if I can do anything? It's like, that is crazy. But you know, you got to do what you got to do to get by, and that's how society's built. You know, and you know, it's up to us to lead by example, like Tia, and just, you know, jump off the porch, man. Just make it happen. Invest in yourself.
Sorry to interrupt. I saw a post on Instagram. It really hit me the other day. It said, you're not allowed to stop because your efforts are giving someone else the faith that is possible. And I kind of touched on it in the speech I did Saturday.
What a button there. Hold on. Run that back one more time, Tia. One more time.
It said, you cannot stop because your efforts are giving someone else the faith that it's possible. And like, it really hit me because there were people's efforts that made me believe it's possible. So it's like, if little me in grad school just doing this for money saw somebody leave a job and believed it, imagine what you just hitting P6 or you clearing $1,000 or you know, taking this full-fledged, traveling the world with it could do for somebody's mind who doesn't even know it's possible yet. So that's why, I don't know. Like in the speech, I was like, you're not allowed to stop. Right? It's not just about you anymore. It's too many eyes on you for you to just cave in like that. So,
right.
That was just a little side.
That's real. So this duplicating thing, you know, everybody preach this duplicating thing, right? Mm-hmm. So I know you definitely, to be in your position, you have done that several times. So like, what's the process on that? Like, how do you know, put people in position to run the play?
You know, and duplication is a touchy subject. You know why duplication is so difficult? Because she's the queen of duplication. Well, thank you. It wasn't always easy. But duplication is difficult because it's one of the main components of leadership that requires you to, it's like the highest level of impact. And it literally requires you to, I don't want to say change. I don't like the thought of changing people. But it requires you to remove yourself, right? Because you cannot duplicate if you're only focused on you. And I think that's what makes duplication so hard, because anybody can succeed for themselves. Anybody can get the ball and throw up a 3 for themselves. Like anybody can run the play for themselves. When it's your name on it, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna do it for me. But when you're removed from the equation and the success in your hands has to be completed by someone else, it changes the entire game. So for me, I'll give you all a quote. D.L. Woods, literally, I was Platinum 5000 and I went to Houston. I sat on his couch because I was just like, what's going on? I'm doing everything. I'm following the blueprint. I'm going by the steps. I'm reading the books. I'm doing everything. Like, why are things moving so slow? And he literally looked at me and he said, in order for your business to grow, you have to grow. And it like hit me like a brick. I could have fallen off the couch. And I said, okay. So this whole time, you know, I'm blaming. Like I was still doing so much finger pointing that I wasn't actually bringing people to the top with me. And duplication, in my eyes, is the art of lifting as you climb, right? Who really wants to sit in first class without your friends? Who really wants to get to the top of the mountain and be up there by yourself? Who you gonna talk to? Right, it's dull. So when I think about duplication, I think about removing yourself for the success of those around you. I tell my P2s and P1s all the time, like, they still do this thing where they want to show me what they're good at. And I'm like, you do know I don't care what you can do anymore. Like I did when you were P150, I did when you were P6 a little, but now I wanna see you brag on your mentees. I wanna see you brag on the mentee that you taught cash trap, on the mentee that you taught how to clear trades, on the mentee you taught how to close three-way calls. Let me see what they can do. Cause I know you got it. Like I know you've had it. Like I helped you get there. Like I know you've got it, but who are you creating the success for? And I think that removing your self factor is what makes it so difficult. Like this business is not hard. Success is not hard, but duplication requires a lot of leaders. And I think that's why it's such a big factor. So did that help?
Yeah.
I'm usually a breakdown type of girl,
Right.
but I don't have steps.
Shit.
It's kind of hard.
I'm glad I recorded this.
I can give you something to help.
I'm gonna run this back as soon as we get off the call.
I can give you some things
good.
that help me with duplication though.
I'm here for all of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Because nobody can really sit you down and say, here's exactly how you create a leader. It's gonna be different for every leader. So for me, some things that have helped is y'all ever heard Justin Owens say, give them the play, and then see if they. So I do that a lot with my leaders. Give them the play, right? If they come back with the question or needing assistance, I know that they're willing, right? If they come back with a rebuttal, I know they're not ready. If they go do it, I know they're ready for another one. So that's kind of how, I'm not saying it's really duplicating, but it's showing me what they're capable of. And everything that I do, like for my leaders, I explain to them why. So I'll say, I did this because of this. I told you this because of that. You ready for a leadership lesson today?
After they do it, or after the request was made?
Even if they fail. If they do good, if they do bad, if they fail, I explain why. Because I don't want to ever seem like some maze, like I'm some mind reader. But I always tell them, I did this for that. So hoping that when they get to the point where they have an issue like that, they say, okay, I remember when Tia did this. Let me go see and do that. Right. So I kind of duplicate by example. Another thing that I do, duplication, leaders are not developed over Zoom. That's big. You cannot develop leaders via Zoom. It's just, we need this one-on-one. Because somebody will sit on Zoom.
Develop leaders over Zoom. Let's go.
No. People will sit on Zoom and lie to you all day. Like they'll literally say, yeah, I understand that. I know all the steps. I'm using training plan and be blowing accounts every single day. But when we sit down in person, we trading together. My screen blue and yours red. I'm like, wait a minute. Something ain't right. You told me this. I'm seeing this. So that in-person transparency, I'll use an example. I had a P2 leader. I knew something was wrong. I knew it. I'm not even going to say him or her. I knew something was wrong because they were acting different on Instagram. They were in the chats less. Even when we were texting, the conversation was getting shorter. And I'm just like, everything good? We all right? So I started calling. I'm like, I'm going to up the phone call. You're going to tell me what's going on. Started calling, were you good? Like, what's going on? Yeah, things are great. Just graduating. Everything's cool. Called again. So how you feeling this week? Everything's going all right. Yeah, everything's straight up. Like just going. So the next week we had a trip in Atlanta, right? So I pulled him or her aside and I was like, you all right? And they started crying. Broke down crying. And I was like, oh, I thought I was all right. Everything was good. I was like, I knew something was wrong. Like everything changed. And they told me everything that was going on, life things, family things, the business got over. What I was just like, I knew it. Like in my mind, I was like, I knew it. But I would have never found out if I kept Zoom calling it or texting it or FaceTiming it. Like sometimes you really just need that arm around your shoulder, like just to let you know I'm here for you no matter what. So I would say don't develop your leaders via Zoom. Like you can teach them via Zoom, you can train them via Zoom, but you will not develop leaders on Zoom, right? Because they have to pick up your habits. Like they have to hear you do phone calls. They have to see you run the play. They have to see you pitch in public for them to be like, okay, I can do that. Right? They call it monkey see, monkey do. Not monkey do, not monkey take note, monkey do, not monkey read a book, monkey do. It's monkey see. So like if they can see you actually run the play, see you actually do it. Like that's why I like going city to city. People are like, you travel so much. I'm like, because I need that in person. I don't like a week to go by that I don't see somebody from my team. In person, not this Zoom. I mean, Zoom is great. I love you all. It doesn't count. I do love you all, I do. But I truly believe leaders have to be developed with that one-on-one interaction because people will lie to you. 70% of your business is gonna lie to you anyway. And they're gonna lie through text, they're gonna lie on Zoom. Trust my word. So
Jesus.
I forgot the question, but I think
Look, you ain't
I got a
speaking.
question in the chat. You can throw something in the chat too. People, if y'all got a question for DT,
Oh, feel free.
throw it in the chat.
And
So,
developing leaders is like, oh, go ahead.
honestly, I feel like this leadership game is a big game of telephone. Like we're literally passing down the message. Everybody just has to pass down the same exact message. If I can pass you the message, you pass them the message, we pass, everybody is good. But the thing about it is, gotta be
Person
passed.
two messes it up.
Bro.
Now all 9,000 got the wrong message. And I think DL taught me that. He said, stop waiting on your leaders to develop your leaders. He was like, how can you expect somebody that's not fully developed yet to develop someone else? And that's a mistake I made. I'll take that on myself. I made this mistake. When I got a gang of P2s and P1s, I was like, all right, I'm gonna give them everything I got and they're gonna give it all back to the business and things are gonna go straight to C750. Ask me how it went. Not to C750. To the drain. No, I didn't go to the drain. But when they say your business needs you, that's a real thing. Like even the P150, P6s, they need you the same way you did your P2s and P1s and P6. Because your P1s and P2s, they're just getting into it for themselves. It's kind of like kids, right? You just taught the kid how to color. The kid is coloring. Now you're like, go show that kid how to color. And I'm still learning to color. Like I'm still in between the lines. And now you want to teach and bring in new colorers and teach the coloring and show them a product that colors. Like it's too much. So your business really needs you to kind of do what you did for them to all the new leaders in your business. And that's really the key to duplication. Like you never stop creating leaders. And I had to learn that. Like I messed that up heavy. But we have a question in the chat box. Yeah,
Mr. Turner said, at what level would you say you started looking to identify leaders?
Platinum 1000. Okay, so listen to me clearly. The title of Platinum 150 is plugged in. Like at Platinum 150, you're not looking to find leaders. You got 3 individuals. You want to plug in as much as you can and bring them as close to the fire as possible. Plug in. Utilize the system. Get on calls. Listen to your leaders. Follow directions. Listen. That's the Platinum 150. Own that. Literally be the best plugger inner. If there was a plugger inner award, every Platinum 150 would get it.
Yeah, plugger inner.
Yeah. I love it. If you want to
plugger
win,
inner reward.
plug in. Jeez.
Facts. Then at P6, you move into duplicate. So the title of P6 is duplicate. So now you've seen at P6, you should have at least one Platinum 150. So all you're doing is duplicating the efforts that got you to P6 into those individuals in your business. Whatever you did to get there, the good things, duplicate the right things, not the wrong stuff, right? Whatever you did to get there, the calls you got on, the mentorship you listened to, the books that you were reading along the way, duplicate it right back to them. Because you may not know, for example, you may not know how to hit Platinum 1000, but you've hit Platinum 600. So if you can teach 3 people how to hit Platinum 600, guess what you are now?
P1.
Right? You don't have to know how to hit the next rank. You just have to know how to get people where you are.
Got it.
Key to the business. Now, P1, this is when you start identifying leaders, right? You want to start searching for yous in those people in your business. You want to start searching for those who are willing, those who want it, and those who are not complaining. Those are 3 things that I really like. Willing, want it, won't complain. Right? You give me one of the 3, I'm gonna have to move to somebody else in your business. I'll come back to you. But I need those who are willing, I need those who want it, and I need those who won't complain. Because y'all want to grow with a complaining. It's like pulling teeth. Right? But
don't be messing up my energy either. Like
like Bob's don't lie. Right. When I was Platinum 1000, that's when I started determining, okay, you want to get here too? Oh, you want to get here too? Oh, we all want to get here? And the best thing to do, you have 3 people that want it, bring them together. I don't care if y'all take a retreat to South Carolina or something. Bring them together. Keep that good energy. I think one of the best things I did was keep good energy together, because it does nothing but grow. Where the energy, what's the quote? Where the energy flows, something grows. Mm-hmm. Whatever you put your efforts to, that's what's gonna grow. So if you got 3 people that's like, Tia, we're willing to do whatever it takes, whatever you say to hit the next level, put them in the chat. Y'all, we're gonna talk every morning. Good morning, happy chats, quotes, scriptures, God, love the world, amen, loving each other every single day. And watch all 3.
Everybody love everybody.
Motivating each other, happy together. Like it just works. So Platinum 1000, that's when I started you kind of want to play like a game of, I don't want to say tug of war, but you kind of like, Okay, you're a little different. Come on. Okay, you're a little hungry. Come on. Okay, I see you showing up every day. Come on. You ate it a little bit. I'm gonna bring you around them so you can be more like them. You think you can only do one thing, but I see more in you, so I'm gonna bring you around them too. Right? So you're gonna have a few in the bunch that don't really know they want to be chairman yet. You got 3 that know they're going chairman, and you bring that energy together, and it's like, okay, let's put it together. That's what we call it. Let's stir it up. Let's go. It was a reference that I heard somebody use. I really want to give it to you all. I think it was fishing. He said something about the bait when he's fishing. So I've never been fishing. This is somebody else's reference, but write it down for fun. That he was fishing. He said, when you fish, what do you need to happen before you take the worm out of the water?
Bite.
You need a bite. Yeah.
Somebody to bite, right? And what happens when you take the hook out before something bites? There's nothing on it.
Right.
So your P1000, you really just you gotta sit in the water. You're like, hello, anybody out there?
Anybody want this?
Any day now. A lot of money on the line. If anybody's interested, hello. And then when you get that bite, it's like, come here, come on,
Let's
come on,
get
come
it.
on. Get out the water, come on, go. And then you kind of throw it back. But now when you throw it back in the water, you got somebody else with you. So they telling you, oh yeah, he's a little hungry too. Yeah, he likes this too. So you get another bite. It's like, come on. We're taking it to the finish line. Let's go. And that's really how I developed. That's how I identified those leaders, right? And some of the identified leaders, they may not be ready. It's okay. Everybody's not going to be ready. You have to think of it like a what do you call the process of a caterpillar turning into a butterfly? Metamorphosis? Is that what it's called?
I think that is something like that.
Cocoon?
It's a cocoon.
Cocoon.
I can't remember the name.
Definitely cocoon. I don't know if
in your identified leaders, you're gonna have a pile of caterpillars, right? And they're not all gonna turn into butterflies the same day. Like some will do it in 2 weeks, some will do it in 2 months, some will take 2 years, but they all can have that same want. It's just that everybody's path is different. But if you nurture every single one of them, teach them all the game, give them all that love and care, metamorphosis happens in the cocoon. Talk to me, Jared Butler. Jared is one of my butterflies. Well, one of my cocoons.
Let's go.
Okay.
So like I had to learn that because I made the mistake of wanting everybody to go at the same pace. I want everybody to go fast. We're gonna go fast. We're gonna go right. We wanted it to go so fast that the butterflies weren't even developed. They were breaking their wings, flying too soon. It was just bad. But if you embrace the process of each caterpillar, right, and just let them grow at their own rate, not compare against others, they'll be beautiful little creatures. I hope that helped. Thank you,
That
Jerry.
does help. Okay, so
Absolutely.
speaking of
Fishing
leadership, you
and
said you
insects.
can't,
I feel you.
huh?
My bad. Go ahead, sis.
Okay, speaking of leadership and developing new leaders, you said you can't really do it over Zoom. So during a time like now, when we have like a huge pandemic, people are scared of this virus. It's a different type of environment. You know what I'm saying? What could you tell, the upcoming leaders who are trying to develop more? Like, what advice would you give them right now when they're like, hey, I can't really travel? You know what I'm saying? I want to come to them. I can't.
Right. Barriers. So for people who are a little afraid of the virus or may live in a place where they don't have the greatest environment and they want that environment, I would tell them to do their best to create the environment. Right? I see a lot of people say, I don't have this, I don't have that, we don't see this, we don't feel that. But sometimes you have to create, that environment. I remember when I was in college, my coach, I remember sometimes we would play against bigger teams and we know the team was better than us. We know they're greater than us. But every time we went, we would have a lot of energy, be really loud in the dugout, make a lot of noise, drumsticks. We'd be really, really loud. And one coach, another coach one game, she said, you all bring the dugout with you everywhere you go. Right? She said, no matter where you all go, she said, I've seen you all in Florida. I've seen you all in Tennessee. I've seen you all in South Carolina. Every away game you go to, you bring the dugout with you. So I'm realizing that the environment is not necessarily who you're around. You kind of have to have the environment in you, right? Like once you develop the environment inside of you, develop wherever I'm going to be, it's going to be lit. Then you're going to take it with you everywhere you go. It's kind of like if you're a cool kid in college. You're not just a cool kid at one place. You're not a cool kid in one class. You know that everywhere I go, I'm going to make it cool. Every party I step in, I'm going to make it lit. Right? Everything that I go around, I'm going to make it a good time. And I've noticed like creating environments is very, very big because I live in St. Louis and it's not the most positive place. They don't have the best mindsets. But everywhere I go, I'm like, we're going to have a good time. I don't care if y'all want to do Forex or not, y'all gonna learn about it today. We're gonna make
okay.
it right, we're gonna have a good time. But it took a while for me to have that in me. And it's kind of like, it's like a flame. It's like I have the flame, right? But I need everybody around me to have the flame too. So when I light it, you better come on with your little candle. Like I'm a little teapot. Like everybody has to have the candle. But it's important that as leaders, we consistently have the flame so that we can light other people's candles, right? So that way your business doesn't get dim and things will kind of wither out. So tell them, don't be discouraged. Like COVID is rough times, but some people saw their best success during COVID. Some people skipped 3-4 ranks during COVID. So that doesn't mean it's not possible. It just kind of has to be developed. If they're struggling to develop it, I would get them maybe on some more Zooms and just kind of talk them through things. Some people just need to be talked to, right? You'll notice negativity is just, it's so loud. And some people just need to be talked to in a positive way, 30 minutes a day, an hour a day, and their whole mindset will be like, okay, maybe I can do this, maybe I can do that. And once you get them to become a flame, now they can light other flames. That makes sense?
Absolutely. Absolutely, it did. Matter of fact, absolutely it did. I hope y'all are writing this down. Y'all are crazy. Y'all out here, you giving that way too many gems. Hold on now. All right, so let me kind of change it up real quick. You know what I'm saying? Let me kind of change it up for a little bit. I heard you was a decent trader. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to the trading game, I kind of want to know both ends, right? So I want to know your PIP'N ain't easy moment where you put in the trade and that thing just said, no, sir, right? When the market just became
my bad moment.
Mm-hmm. And then I want to hear that best too.
Okay, I'll tell you the worst. Let me tell you. This story is hilarious. I don't know, Jared, I don't know if you remember. So when comparison really is the thief of joy. Like I would title this section, comparison is the thief of joy. So when I started, like first got going, we didn't have products, right? We had the harmonic scanner. And we literally would just take trades from like what we saw in a chat or what somebody posted or, you know, what Spiller was doing, push 1000 maybe, but things weren't really hitting. And one day, I think it was maybe my 3rd or 4th week. It's so funny. One day, I saw everybody making money on gold. And I said, what's this XAU USD? Like I started asking people, I said, I see a lot of people making money on this. Like, what is this? What is this XAU USD? Like, I started asking around. I'm like, you trade it? Like, you trade it, bro? Like, what is like? I'm like, everybody's dropping blue screens with XAU USD on it. So I'm like, I want to trade it. So I go to my plus sign and I find the XAU USD, put it on my screen. So I'm asking people, all right, when do we get in? We hopping in? Like, when are we getting to go? And I think I had a $150 account. Maybe it was a $200. It was either $150, $200 account. I don't know. But I saw everybody else dropping like 0.1s, 0.15, 0.2, 0.07, 0.05. So I'm like, I can do that too. I'm like, I got the same phone as them. I got a smartphone. I can do it too. So somebody said this is a good time to buy gold. I think it was Brandon. He said this is a good time to buy gold. I said, okay, great. I go to my app. I don't know what I was thinking. I dropped, and then back then, what did I have? I think I had JFAX. Y'all had to be back there in the day if you know what JFAX is.
Wow.
Or Trader's Way. One of the two.
Wow.
I don't even remember which one. I think I had Trader's Way. Whichever one had gold. JFAX. It probably was JFAX. So I dropped a 0.10 on XAU USD. 2 entries.
Oh, with $150? Oh,
in a $150 account. And you know, I was excited. I was ready. I was like, I'm gonna have a big screen on gold. I'm gonna have a blue like everybody else. I'm getting in. I'm looking. And so I put my phone down. I don't remember why I put my phone down. I put my phone down. I was doing something in my room. And I came back. And everybody's in the chat dropping blue screens of gold. So I'm like, I go check my screen and it's blank. I said, I was like, so at this point, I think something's wrong. I call my mentor. I'm like, we need to call them. Something's matter. Like, it's not on my screen. And like, Tia's on there. Like, I'm clicking. I'm going through quotes. I'm like, something is not right. So then He said, and I don't know why I didn't see the balance at the top. He said, "Did you press history?" And I was like, "Oh, I pressed history." Not only was my money gone, I was in the negatives. Like I was in the negatives. I probably had, I think it was like negative $48. Like I owed the broker money.
Absolutely.
And like it was so bad. I deleted every chat. I deleted all the apps. I left all the chats. I told them I'm not doing it anymore. I hate it. I'm quitting. This is a joke. Y'all are liars. Gold didn't go up. I was so mad. I didn't talk to everybody for like
Y'all are liars.
I didn't answer my mentees calls. I didn't answer my mentors calls. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I didn't post. I was mad for about a week straight. And for about a year, I didn't even trade gold. Fun fact, I took gold off my pair screen. I used to tell people like in 2019, I don't trade that. No. I can lose my money on other stuff. I don't know. Like I was so anti-gold. I just felt done so wrong. Like, it was like that one. So I was just like, no, never again. I'm not doing it. And it really showed me like heavy on the run stay in your own lane because it was just so terrible.
Jesus.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Hey, shout out to gold. We already know how gold be bullying us in the market.
Gold.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, man, go get you a quick 100 pips on gold, man. That's easy. But I feel
gold humble you quick. Gold, US 30, the indices,
and Bitcoin
every time. Every time.
So what about the other side of that? Somebody said sell gold. Absolutely, we've been selling.
Absolutely, we were just talking about that.
Absolutely.
So what about the other side of that? Give us the
best side.
Yeah.
Yes.
I made my most actually in a trade on Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been very, very profitable, very consistent. But Bitcoin is another one where you have to kind of stay in your lane. You can't go trading Bitcoin because Bitcoin, Bitcoin pullbacks. It's gonna swing. Like, it's gonna go negative 400, positive. But it's gonna go red 400 pips first. So I actually had my highest trading. It wasn't a day. I think it was about maybe 3 or 4 weeks accumulated on Bitcoin. I made over $20,000 in one position.
Let's go.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Jesus.
Yeah. That wasn't that you started with $150 on that one?
When it went from what, like 28 to 40? 28K to 40K?
Where's the button? Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
Shout out to you. Yes.
That was a blessing. And I actually had told some of my mentees, because my mentees started peeping. They were like, Tia, are you still like trading? Are you still using MT4? Like we only see you dropping HFX. And I was like, I really don't have to touch MT4 till about July. Like my goals are I was like, if I do it, it's just for fun. Like I don't really have
already met.
Yeah, so I was just playing around in HFX, clearing away. I had a nice little couple of weeks. I wasn't dropping no screenshots. I wasn't calling no trades. I was so selfish. But I'm back now. I was like, shoot, I don't need none of this. I was like, people making money. I was like, we're good. So that was a blessing. That was my highest,
what type of lot size you have on that tier?
1.0.
Standard. Let's go.
And let's go.
That's
amazing.
Smacked it.
That's lit. That's lit.
It was a blessing. And then I took it and put it all into my E-Trade account. So.
That's what's
up. You know what? Using one bag to get another bag. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we don't do bank accounts. We don't do bank accounts.
Bank accounts.
Now we need our money to grow.
Yeah, I need all of that. I need all my coins. That was some pretty good stuff. So
what's up? That's a good bag right there. That's a good bag right there.
Oh yeah.
I can't lie. But I'm gonna be honest with you. You seem real talented, and I think you know what's about to happen. So I need everybody throw it in the chat, man. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
No, I don't know.
Give me some bars, baby.
Hey.
Let's go.
What's song everything?
Tell her what's going on, sis.
Okay, you've been spitting gems. Okay, you've been spitting gems, and we just need a rhythm behind it. So now it's time for bars.
Bars. Oh wow. Y'all want me like freestyle?
Yes.
We're gonna throw a word. We just need one complete bar. If you want to continue, feel free to do your thing.
Okay.
But we're gonna get a word in the chat.
We did this in Vegas at the table.
Yup.
Yeah.
Yup. Yup.
Gordon was on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let me see. What got a word?
We need a word out of the chat. We need a word out of the chat. Somebody said gems. So we need you to catch a word from this chat and drop some bars to that.
We got wealth.
Can you get the beat for us? We got gems and we got wealth. And we got rich. So pick a word, you know what I'm saying, and let's rock out.
Gems, wealth, and rich.
Yeah, you only gotta pick one though.
Let's do all three. I like a challenge.
Hey.
Let's get it.
Does it have to be like trading related?
It's whatever you want.
How much longer do I have?
Hey, we on your time.
Can you hear the beat okay?
It's okay. It's in and out, but it's okay. Wealth is kind of hard. It was here like, we'll make it happen. I said rich. Y'all want rich? We can go with let's rock with Jim Rich. Jim, we can go Jim Rich. Somebody said Jim. All right. Let's keep up. Everybody go like this. If you got the cameras on, go like this. All right. Getting really rich. We getting really rich. Call me 626. No lean low. We getting pretty rich. We getting pretty rich. Call me 626. No Lee Low and Stitch. They call me Tia Bolden, but don't forget the C. They say I dropped the gym, so you know that it's I'm really fun in everything I do. Please watch your trades. You know how to do. Yeah. That's what I got for you.
Yeah.
Let's go!
In middle school, I used to do a little pencil on the table.
You feel me? Take it all the way back
Okay.
to the room. Hey, drop fire in the chat. Drop fire in the chat.
Never
Yeah,
really
make
been
sure y'all give her a follow on Instagram, man.
My team's name is Fire. It's funny you say that.
Who?
Let's go.
IG post going crazy. Do y'all have any further questions? I don't mind questions.
You know
this
what?
is really
Hey, family. This is a rare moment.
Yes.
If we
you
got
guys have any questions,
now is the time. Because we've been asking ours. I could definitely keep going, but I'm gonna we got some people in the chat. Y'all got some more questions. You know what I'm saying? This is all about growth, family, and we definitely here for it. So what's going on? We can stop the fire. Let's get
to be.
Oh, you still got bars?
No, I was running it back, making the thing.
Hold on, you want me to bring the beat back? Okay.
No.
Okay. All right. Okay, so I'm at P6. I've been kind of here. You feel me? I've been here. You know what I'm saying? And I'm doing my due diligence. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. I just don't want to feel like I'm forcing nothing on anybody. You know, I'm running the play. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm making the money in the market. I'm just trying to lead by example more so than just trying to get a gang of people. You know what I mean? I'm definitely telling everybody I'm bumping up with, but what advice would you give me, you know, that can propel me to the next level? Because I'm so ready. I'm feeling like I was a person away, and it was like, you know what I'm saying? So it's, you know, it got to that point, you know, so it's a little frustrating, but at the same time, it's not, because I love the environment and I know it's going to happen. And I just want to continue to be, you know, an example. You know what I mean?
So first things first, if you ever get a person away again, take some of your money from the market, go call your cousin and say, we're going to get you started today. In this leg, I need it in. I want it for you. Let's get it rocking. Don't ever let that happen.
I did that too. I've done that. I've done it. I really have. Like, I've done that twice. So, you know, and I ran my own promotions. I just, you know, you know, I've given out my own money for discounts. So, you know,
Right.
I'm just running the play. But whatever advice you're willing to give, I just want to let you know that I ran that play. You got another one.
One thing I'll say, your business will do 50% of what you do right and 100% of what you do wrong. 50% of what you do right, 100% of what you do wrong. So I'm not saying you're doing anything wrong, but if they see, you know, my mentor, yeah, he has a business with this many people, but I really just see him trading, they're gonna feel like, well, I can get money just trading. It's kind of like what they see is really the monkey see, monkey do, right back to it. But it also comes with kind of like a culture thing, right? Some groups have a culture of, we're gonna make money trading, that's what we're gonna do, boom. Other groups have a culture of, we're gonna trade in the mornings and then go build the rest of the day, and we're gonna pop ranks, that's what we do. Right? Some groups have a culture of, we're gonna get on go live, make money, broadcast it, and tell everybody, bring them into business. Then we're gonna pop chairman. That's what we do. Okay. So I wouldn't say that you're doing anything wrong. I would say focus on one, the culture that you're bringing around in your environment. Like, what type of culture is it? Because to you, it may seem like you're doing both, but to them, they may only see one component or another. Okay. Two, this is really big. Justin Owens past weekend focused on vision. He said you cannot inflict your vision on someone else. So you may have a vision of somebody going see 1 milli, but if they don't see it yet, you're kind of forcing it on them. You're just like pushing it, and it's making them more uncomfortable than anything else. So you kind of have to take their vision. So let's say, for example, Tosha wanted to go platinum 5,000. Excuse me. I wanted Tosha to go platinum 5,000. That's my vision for her. I asked Tosha, I said, Tosha, what's your vision? She says, you know, to make sure my son's college is paid for. So I'm not going to say, oh, Tosha, well, you got to bring 1,000 people and your son will be good. No. I'm going to say, Tosha, $12.50 every 7 days be something that could help you get your son to college? Yes or no? Well, maybe. Like, okay. Well, I don't want to put the burden of 225 individuals on you, but I know that success in this business start with 3. Could we make a list of 50 people to get you your 3 and put you on track to making sure your son is good to go? All right, well, you know, I can do a list of 3, because now I'm not forcing Tosha. I'm focused on Tosha's goals, and we're going to move at the pace that's best for her. It's kind of back to that caterpillar. If Tosha's not a sprinting caterpillar, I'm not going to make her a caterpillar that runs too fast, right? She could get to P2 and flop because she wasn't ready to become that just yet. So it really falls into, you know how they say nobody cares what you know until they know you care? If Tosha didn't know I cared about her getting her son through college, she would not care about bringing people into this business. She would not care about no GV. She'd go back to her charts and make her good money. So really, it's a lot about vision, making sure that your goals match up with theirs as well, and you can help them see that. That makes sense? So guys, culture. What all did you get? Culture?
I got it
vision.
all.
Okay.
Culture, vision, and you don't want to force nothing on nobody, but you, and how you deliver it is important as well.
Yes, it's very, very, very. You don't want to be like, yeah, just build, girl, you'll get rich. No, you don't believe that. You don't believe that.
I swear I heard that yesterday. I think somebody said that yesterday. Just build. Tell everybody.
Yeah.
The way you say definitely everything.
Also, how you say
delivery is definitely everything. Okay, bad. Yeah. We definitely have. So we have a question in the chat. It says, what advice would you give to people who are juggling multiple responsibilities along with the business? So like school kids, other businesses, etc.
So first thing first, my life changed when I started using a calendar and tracking my success. So whatever you track grows. So I started using a high performance planner and a calendar, mapping out months in advance. My calendar is literally full from February to April. I'm about to drop a tour tomorrow. Like, I'm on go almost every weekend for the next 3 months. But structure really helped with a lot of responsibilities, right? Because I balance multiple businesses outside of IM. And if I didn't have a solid foundation there first, I would be literally all over the place right now. So I would say gather structure by using a calendar, using a journal, using a planner, even using alarms on your phone, like setting alarms. I have to do this at 12 a.m. I have to do this at 3. I have to do this at 9. Planning your days out ahead of time helps me a lot. Every night before I go to bed, I lay down and I put every hour of the next day, what I need to get done every hour. At the top, I'll put a to-do list. Boom, 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 needs to get done. List out the hours, what I'm going to do each hour, so that even if I wake up 2 hours late, I know exactly where to pick up, because I made that list and I already had that organization. But when you're balancing a lot, you have to increase your balance as well. If not, it'll fall over. It's like a seesaw, right? You want it to be even on both sides. You want your balance to match up with the amount of responsibilities so that it's even and you're not just, really, really overworked and stressed. So, because honestly, when I was working 9 to 5 and building the business, it was probably the hardest time, but it taught me the most because it taught me that if I can do it now, working 9 to 5, I can dominate this when I get my time back. If I can maintain P2, maintain leaders, sneak on calls, go in the bathroom, shout out to Jared Butler, right? Go in the bathroom to run trainings, right? Sneak to my car during my lunch break to do phone work, right? I used to have the little Zoom screen up on my work computer in the corner, listening to morning motivation calls, feeding my mind, feeding myself. I said, if I can do it this well, having only, what you work, 8 hours a day, you sleep about 6, 14, having only 20 hours of the day to myself, imagine what I could do when I have all of my free time. So I kind of optimized on my situation then so that when it got better, I could take it through the roof, right? And D.L. Woods used to always tell me, you don't have to be the top-notch super MVP at your job. Just do enough to not get fired, right? He said, if you do enough to not get fired, you'll be able to fire your boss. So those are some things that helped me when I had to juggle all those things at once before I was in the position to free myself. Let me know if that helped, whoever asked.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't ask, but it helped.
We have another question.
Yeah.
It says, what advice can you give on speaking and teaching groups of people?
As far as techniques. Yeah, technique-wise. You said say again?
Technique on speaking. Wow, that's funny. I just did a presentation on speaking. That's so funny. When it comes to presentation, so I kind of give for myself. One thing I did before, like I'll use the informational, for example, the 7:30 call. Before I was able to proficiently run it myself, like the back of my hand, I created scripts. So it really helped me a lot to have bullet points of what I wanted to say next, what to say on this slide, what to put together on this one. So I wasn't getting stumbled. I wasn't looking crazy. I wasn't kind of pausing or hesitating. All I had to do was kind of add my flair, add my tonality, add my, oomph to it because I already had my script written out. But somebody else said something?
No,
yeah,
I was
it's okay. Keep going. We'll tell you after.
Okay, so no problem. So when it comes to presentations, 3 things that every master presenter has to have, right? I would write these 3 down. You have to be sharp, you have to have enthusiasm, and you have to be an expert in your field. And when I say expert in your field, I'm not saying you're the best at it, but I'm saying you present like you are. Okay, if you've ever spoken, actually, let me go in order because if I go ahead first, it's just not going to be good. So when I talk about being sharp, this is your ability to respond to questions. This is your ability to react, your ability to actually give a solid response when somebody asks something. You'll notice that if somebody asks you about the business and you're hesitant or you're slow, they're just going to be like, okay, like, I don't really think you know this, right? So I don't want to do it with you. But if you're sharp as a tact, giving very tact responses, you're not stumbling over your words, but you're giving them that solid knowledge that they want to hear, it will work very, 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 very smooth. And honestly, I noticed that people relate confidence with presentation, right? When you present yourself like, with knowledge of a subject, they think that you're very, very confident. So I could lack a whole bunch of confidence in the world, but the way I speak, you would never know, right? And that's something my dad always taught me. He said, always speak well. He said, people literally will think you're rich because of how well you speak. The 3 things: sharp, enthusiasm, expert in your field. And I think I had only gotten to sharp, so you're in a good position. And really just sharp is being quick on your feet. And I'm not saying you have to go and be like, some master presenter of the world, but I'm saying get reps. Reps make you sharper and sharper. Right? I didn't start off sharp like this. I didn't start off the response to every question. I used to be like, I wish I could have seen my first ever information. It was so terrible. I was like, and now we have, you get 3 people and you get your 3, and it was just bad. It was so terrible. But as I kept doing it more and more every single day, you get sharper and sharper. I always remember, this is still on being sharp. I always remember the person you're talking to or the people you're presenting to don't know your script. So you could say everything wrong and they'll have no clue. Literally on Saturday, I missed the whole component of my speech. And the only person that knew was me because I wrote the speech, right? So when you're doing the 7:30, when you're doing calls, when you're presenting to others, you created this, right? You wrote it down. Nobody has like, you're not reciting a poem or anything. Nobody's looking at it like, oh, she said it wrong. Like, it's none of that. So you can really do your own thing and really toss your own flavor on it. But you have to remain sharp, quick with your knowledge. Keep your knowledge base high, right? Think about it like if you were buying a car. If you were to go buy a car today, right? And there's a guy who knows just a little bit about car sales, and then there's a guy who knows everything about cars, right? So the guy who knows the most about cars, he makes them sound really boring. He doesn't know how to make them sound good. He's just like, yeah, we got XYZ and the motor this and and you're just like, okay, right? But guy one, he may know just 2 facts about that car. When he tells you, it's like, you know, if you've ever seen this car on the road, it'll have you feeling like the most luxury thing you've ever seen, right? When you get inside of it, it drives for you, it heats your seats, and once you get inside, you're gonna feel like the top of the world. You gotta have this car. He doesn't know half of what the other guy does, but because he made it sound good, because he was sharp with his answers, you want to purchase it from him. Right? So when you're being sharp, you have to understand that your presentation, right, is your way of bridging the gap between you and your audience, right? It's just bringing the two together. And I'm gonna tell you about enthusiasm next. That's everything for sharp. We talk about enthusiasm, I promise you, right? It's hard to explain how big enthusiasm is, but nothing sells like energy. I don't know why, maybe it's because some people lack energy, but nothing sells like energy. Like when people can feel you before they hear a word you say, they react so much differently to everything that comes out of your mouth, right? If you've heard people like Morgan Simpson speak, Brandon Thompson speak, their energy speaks louder than some of the words they say, right? Because honestly, people hear with their ears, but they feel with their heart. If they can feel what you're saying before they hear a word, they're already attached. Okay? Understand, people hear with their ears, feel with their heart. So when you're speaking with enthusiasm, people are listening to 80% of how you're saying it, not what you're saying. So when you start talking about the business, when you start telling people and you're excited, they're like, wow, this must really be changing her life. Right? Or she's on some type of drug. There has to be something good happening here because she's sitting here yelling at me. And I'm like, yo, I literally retired from a 6-figure job at the age of 24. They're like, they probably only heard 2 of the words properly, but the way I said them has them like, I got to do this, right? Nothing sells almost as well as energy. And you'll notice like when a lot of speakers talk, they repeat themselves over and over and over again because people don't listen, right? But they will always pick up exactly how you said it, right? I think one of my speech coaches way back, she said, people don't remember what you say, they remember how you make them feel. Truly. No, it was in Toastmasters. She said, people remember what you say, they remember how you made them feel. And I noticed on Saturday, after my speech, everybody I talked to, they were like, oh my goodness, you spazzed, you went crazy. And every person I said, what was your favorite gym? He said, ooh, let me get my notebook. I remember I wrote it. And everybody started doing like this. I wrote it, I found it. And they started looking around. If I spazzed so hard, what was your favorite gym? Like, tell me. And then one guy, he was really transparent. He said, you know, I didn't get all the notes, but when you were up there, it felt like me and you were having a conversation. I said, wow. And he said, just hearing somebody relate like that made me feel really good. I was like, okay. And of course, people found the gym and gave the gym, but their first reaction was relatability. So I guess the way that I spoke made people feel like we were, I don't know, in connection, or maybe it was something that a lot of people could relate to. Right? Mm-hmm. So always got to notice.
All that good feedback, how's that, you know, I know that feels good, but how do you channel that? And, you know.
The feedback?
Yeah. Like all the positive feedback, all the good energy, you know, all the love.
So it's very, very heartwarming because I wasn't always here. I wasn't always a dominant speaker. I wasn't always comfortable on stage. So it's kind of good to see the growth in the journey. And it's actually good to see that other people are reacting to your words better than you had expected when you wrote it. And that's the most heartwarming part to me. When I wrote my speech, I didn't expect people to say, wow, I just had a full conversation with a million. I didn't expect that. I don't know. I don't really know what I expected, but it was better. Right. So I was going to say, when enthusiasm, what's my second point on enthusiasm? I got to get to the third one because that's a big one. But enthusiasm is like, it's kind of the difference in people saying, yeah, you should plug in with I Am Mastery is dope. Or somebody saying, yo, you need to tap in with this $1 billion company. I promise you it's the Yale of investing information. Every time I get on the call, I learn something new and make money. You got to do this, bro. See the difference? Hell I really said the same thing twice, but the way I said it changed the entire game, right? So last, expert in your field. And I have to explain this one differently because people feel like expert in your field means you have to know everything. You have to have it all written down. Not at all. but understand that nobody wants to plug in with somebody who's doubtful. And nobody wants to plug in with the person who feels like, who they feel like doesn't have it all down pat. Like for guys, if you were to get your hair cut today, would you go to a guy who just started cutting yesterday? Would you go to a guy who's been cutting for 12 years? 12 years, because you know he has some longevity doing it. Same with ladies. If you're getting your hair done tomorrow, you're not gonna go to the girl who just opened her store last week. You're gonna go to the one who got some pictures up, got some clientele, like, okay, they really do this, right? So in this business, we're blessed because you don't have to have done this business for 3 or 4 years for people to perceive you as such, right? The key is to make yourself sound like you're an expert in this field, right? And it's all about speaking with confidence, right? Understand, and I always have to remind myself that the people I'm talking to don't have a clue what I'm talking about. I could say Mary had a little lamb, and they're gonna want to lamb because of the way I present this lamb, right? Because they don't know any better. And I got this advice from DL. He told me, he said, you know, I asked him because I've watched his videos from like 2013, 2011. I'm like, DL, you always spoke like this. Like you've always had an aura to yourself that was like, yeah. So, you know, Money Man DL was like, he's always spoken like that. And I said, how did you like, you know, always do that? And he said, honestly, Tia, I spoke like this far before I knew what I know now, right? Before I knew Sensei, before I knew HFX, before I had Money in Minutes, before I withdrew 6 figures from the market, I spoke like someone I did because nobody ever questioned me. So he said, if you speak like, talk like, walk like, nobody will ever question what you do. You notice people never question confident people? Ever. Nobody questions confident people.
They know what they're talking about.
If somebody sat up here and said, oh yeah, I brought in 30,000 directs, and they say it with confidence, you're not gonna be like, did you really bring in 30,000 directs? You're gonna be like, whoa, how, bro? What did you do? Right?
Right.
So really, it's kind of like belief makes you rich. So when I say expert in your field, I'm not saying you have to know every product, every academy, every, you know, indicator. I'm saying that you have to perceive yourself as someone who knows enough about this information to put other people in position to succeed. Right? Belief really can make you rich. Right? And it sucks because humans, like, you know, they say don't judge a book by its cover, but subconsciously we really do. Like, naturally, you just be like, nah, he ain't really got it. He ain't really ready. He don't really know. But if you're the person that looks like you got it, look like you know, and talk like you got it, you're gonna see the most. Did that make some sense?
No, absolutely. Absolutely. Because you know what? David Imitier speaks on belief all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you literally have to believe it. You know what I'm saying? If you can conceive all that good stuff and you believe that, then you're going to achieve exactly what you're believing in. So, like, it definitely makes sense. Like, you have to have that belief first. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, be confident, right? If you might be platinum 150 now, but if you know you're about to be a C750, it's just gonna take time. That's just it, right? The difference between where you are now, right, is really just the time, right? Like, you want to be here, or you want to be there, right? But you're here. The only difference is that T, which is time.
Things I must experience.
Real talk. Man, you know what?
Did I get all the questions? Tosha. Oh, thank you. I want to make sure nobody's question went unanswered. Everybody's good?
Let me see. Let me make sure.
Somebody asked, how can they get on your calls?
Oh man.
Send them the link. Yeah, send them the link.
I got an enrollment. No, I'm just playing. I actually it's 325 to hang. No, I'm just playing. I'm kidding. I'm gonna
can you drop your Instagram in the chat?
The Tia Bolden. I think I already did that earlier.
I'm gonna drop the speech I did Saturday. I had a mentee. He went on Go Live for the whole thing and he recorded it. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
You got your belly out, huh?
I know. I had to put the phone down and take notes. I had the baby on one hand, so now my belly out. Sorry. Y'all usually don't see all of this. You only see over here. But yep, I'm 9 months pregnant.
We in this thing. What
Surprise!
Let me know if that one opens for you. If not, I'll put it on a Google Drive or something and share the link.
I opened up.
Oh,
It
yep.
opened up. I'm
It
about to
opened?
repost it.
Yep.
Yep.
Congratulations. Now this was awesome. I like PIP'N ain't easy. This is fun.
Thank
Good
you,
time.
thank you.
Hey,
And I
This
like
is
how
a
you
blessing to
intimate
have you
things.
on here. The gems you drop, yo, thank
Praise
you.
God.
look, these are
My mother
gems
taught
that we didn't know that
My
we
grandma
needed.
tells me I talk too fast. My
What
grandma
you say
says,
about your grandma?
yeah, she said I talk too fast. But I'm working on it.
You talk
I
too
love it.
fast.
That's what my grandma told me.
Nah, you listening too slow, grandma.
Right.
You know that. I get popped in the lip.
No. I ain't saying say it.
Don't tell her.
Hopefully she ain't hear me because I don't want to get popped in the lip either.
No, I enjoyed it with you all. I'm really, really thankful that you all do this. I hope some perspective was given. I hope that everybody got some incredible value.
Just one more gem. No question, just something you want to leave with the people.
Can it be from the recording?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
the one you just sent us.
Yeah. So when
Okay,
I was
for sure.
I was asking people on Saturday, you know, their favorite gym, what stood out the most, I kind of just took the ones that people said the most to kind of be like, okay, this is what's really resonating. Like this is what's giving them things. And the first one was you have to give death to something old to give life to something new. Right.
That was on one of your Instagram posts. I love it.
Yes, so I put it as the caption because so many people said it. I was like, look, this is doing something. So I was like, literally, you have to give death to something old to give life to something new, because I didn't realize like I really had to give death to not only the 9 to 5, but the 9 to 5 mentality, right? When you get off a 9 to 5, you still think like, dang, I should be up doing something every day. Dang, around 12 o'clock, I should be eating. Dang, I should be in a meeting right now. Like you have to get out of the mentality too. You still think the weekends are time where you can relax. No, every day is a new day to get to the bag in entrepreneurship. So I had to get not only out of the workspace, but out of the 9 to 5 mentality. I had to give death to that in order to give life to my purpose, life to my passion, life to my potential. So it was very, very big. Just, you know, giving death to what's old. Like a lot of times we hold on to what's old for so long that we can't even find what's newer there for us. Another, you know, quote that kind of a lot of people didn't know the backstory behind Tia Bolden. So I told them like results came when I decided to be a better person. Everybody thinks results come when you make money. Results come when you withdraw. That's negative. That's just tangibles, right? But my results in life came when I decided to be a better person. So that's what the V stands for. The V really stands for no longer checking the boxes of society and doing what seems right, but actually doing what God put me on earth here to do. So when I say like Tia Bolden, oh, what'd you say?
I said that's dope.
Oh yeah, like in the Bible, they say, you know, when your purpose changes, Jesus also changes your name. So that's kind of like, I kind of left just Tia Bolden behind. I left my old Instagram name behind. I told myself, you know, I'm not going back to where I was and making this change and commitment to only being better. So that was number 2. Love that. Somebody said I love that.
I love it too.
The last one was people don't fail because they aim too high and miss. They fail because they aim too low and hit. And I, you know, that one, say it again. Oh, it really resonates with me because a lot of times we're so focused on what we have right now that we don't look at what's to come. Oh yeah, I'm P6 right now. I got $150 a week. I'm good. But nah, you can have $250. Nah, you can have $500. You really can have $1,250, right? Like we have something. That's why I always tell people the worst amount of success is a little bit, because now you think you got something. You're not going hard for the end goal, right? I almost wish a little bit of success didn't exist because it gets people so comfortable and stuck in what they have right now. So that's why I push like vision. Your vision has to increase every day. So you stop aiming at what's right in front of you. You stop aiming at, you know, 2 people away. You stop aiming at the same thing you've been doing for 2 years. You aim so much greater that you're only getting better in everything you do. So is that good? Y'all want some? Is that
What?
good?
What are you talking about?
Yes.
You know what? Shout out to you, man. Since I met you, your energy was amazing. You're a dope person. I just want you to continue being who you are, continue to give up that good vibe, and continue to make an impact. Because I see you, man, and it's definitely inspiring and motivational. So I just wanted to just salute you. Just keep doing what you're doing, man. We appreciate you for sure. For sure.
I always tell them we getting really rich. No Lilo and Stitch. We
Yeah.
Real talk. Real talk.
I love it. This was everything. Thank you so
Hey.
much. It's such an honor to have you on this call, and the gems
Y'all
you
had y'all
dropped,
pens.
priceless.
Hope y'all had y'all's pens. I'm almost out of ink over here,
Okay.
man. Stop playing.
That's how I gotta be. That's good. That's how I gotta be.
Playing. Almost out of ink, man.
It's good.
Jesus.
I
We
got
got
the
real
recording.
over
You
here.
said 2 pages. Real talk. Real
We'll
talk.
send you the record-
Over
we'll
here,
send you the
burning it up over here, man.
No, right now, we're gonna
quietness. I'm over here writing.
pen on fire.
I
That's
agree.
what's
I'm
up.
glad that you all enjoyed it. I pray that people got some impact that they may not have
Man,
had
where you taking
beforehand.
us to? We invited.
Oh, I had to take out to the new crib. That was the old crib.
That was the old crib. That's what's up.
Yeah, the old crib.
Hey,
That's the
man.
rental crib. That's the real crib.
Oh, we appreciate you, sis.
Never a problem. Never a problem. I love you all. Lots of love for the PIP'N Ain't Easy fam, AC Trades fam, whole family. I love every single one of you. If y'all need anything, please reach out. I am a servant for you all. Whatever you need, trainings, calls, questions, events. Just tell me events ahead of time because my schedule's busy. But
For
if you need me
sure.
to fly in, do something, just let me know. I'll make my accommodation.
You gonna be in Cali soon?
Serve you all the best I can because you all have always done that for me. So I
You
love
gonna be
you
in
all.
California soon?
I'm just a flight away. So
Okay.
Hey, that's what
I
I'm
don't know if
talking
you're
about.
on schedule or not.
I'm dropping my tour tomorrow, so
Bet.
we can make it
That's
happen.
what's up. Well, we
Hey.
appreciate you, man. Thank you for
Jesus
another episode
Christ.
of PIP'N Ain't Easy.
Thank you.
No problem. I appreciate you all. Let's
Hey,
run it up.
PIP'N Ain't Easy.
Definitely, let's run it up. Let's get it, family. My goodness. Sheesh. Hey, I hope y'all.
Y'all done missed it. Y'all done missed the thing twice. Y'all done missed it twice. I done said it twice. Hey,
Okay,
man.
say it again. Say it
Hey,
again.
man.
I'm sorry.
Hey, PIP'N Ain't Easy.
But somebody got to do it. Let's go.
Might as well be us, baby. Let's go.
Let's
We are here
go.
every Monday through Thursday, same time, same place, same link, family. We love you and we out.
We
Tell
out.
them we're getting really rich.
Really rich.
No